All right, let's go ahead and talk about predicting products in chemical reactions. And what's going to be really important for this is to identify the type of chemical reaction. And just a quick reminder, we have synthesis, two things coming together to make one. We have decomposition, which is one thing breaking down into two or more. We have single replacement, double replacement, and combustion. So let's go ahead and take a look at this first one here. And if you take a look, we have a single element alone by itself, and we have this compound here. And this is going to be a single replacement because we can clearly see that this sodium is going to come. It's going to replace the iron, and the iron will end up alone by itself. And so because we know it's a single replacement, we know that the iron will end up by itself. And what we have on the bottom here is we have the potential answers that you can choose from to fill inside of this blank here. Notice how this is number one, and notice how number one gives us these choices. And so it's really, really easy. What you need to do is you just need to look at what elements are over here that are not over here. In other words, what elements are missing? Well, if you take a look, we got sodium on both sides. We have bromine on both sides. So what's missing? The iron. And whatever is missing is what goes in this box. So from our options here, if you take a look, there it is. So we have iron right there. That's our only option. Okay, number two. This is a double replacement. We have a compound and a compound. It's going to make another compound and another compound. Now let's take a look here. Here's our options. Okay, these are our options. And notice how we have sodium on both sides. We have the sulfate on both sides. So what's missing is this hydrogen and this OH. And the H and the OH come together to actually make the water. And so we know that the missing compound here is water, because really it's not this one because the sodium is accounted for, and it's not this one because we need the hydrogen as well. All right, let's go ahead and look at number three. Number three says you should know this. Check your notes. And the reason why you should know this is because this is a combustion reaction, because we have the carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Whenever you have CHNO, it is most likely a combustion reaction. And combustion reactions will always produce water and carbon dioxide. And so that's our answer there. We're going to skip 4 and pretend like it doesn't exist. All right, let's go ahead and go to number 5. Go ahead and pause the video and try to determine which of these it's going to be. It's very easy. Bromine is on both sides. So what's missing? The phosphorus. The phosphorus is missing. And so that's what goes there. Easy peasy. Also, take a look. CHNO. You should know this. It is combustion, so carbon dioxide and water. Combustion will always produce carbon dioxide and water. And the way you know it's combustion is it's CHNO. All right. We're also going to skip number 7. So let's go ahead and go to number 8. Notice how we have iron here. So what is missing? What's missing? Hydrogen and sulfur. So which of these has hydrogen and sulfur? Well, these two have hydrogen and sulfur, and this is where you will not be expected to do this for this year, but hydrogen does make a 1 positive, sulfur does make a 2 negative. This is something that we discussed last semester, and so this is a 2-to-1 ratio. You need 2 of these hydrogens for every one of those. So here's the main takeaway. Here's the main takeaway. The main takeaway is what you're doing is you're looking for what elements are missing, and those elements must be what go in that box. And so you can determine the right formula by balancing the charges, but you won't be asked to do that. And that's really it when it comes to this Edpuzzle. Very easy, just predicting the products. Something to keep in mind too is that this is a single replacement, and after you predict the products, you do need to go back and balance it. This happens to be balanced, so that's good. If you are to look here to balance this, you're going to have 5 carbons on the left, so you put a 5 on the right. There's 12 hydrogens here, so we need to put a 6 here to give us 12 hydrogens. And if you look, there's 2 oxygens, and then we have 10 plus 6, which is 16, which means that we need to put an 8 here to give us 16. And so again, after you predict the products, you can go back and balance it, and it's easy peasy. That's all there is to this concept. Go ahead and come to class with questions. Have a great day.